So this is the new machine we have wound up with, the SY80U Sany. I'll tell you guys, I tried to buy every brand except a Sany. The used market right now is just absolutely horrendous because they're wanting 80 grand with something that's just slap wore out. But like I said, I had a cat lined up. I was going to buy the cat. It was used through their rental fleet. I think it was still 80,000 or 1,500 hours. And I told the guy to take it, and then they couldn't find the machine. They've actually lost the excavator, and it got moved around after rental, and he called me and said that machine apparently is not available because we can't find it. So I called every brand, Bobcat, John Deere, and like I said in the last video, dealing with sales reps, that's a big deal. Because like John Deere, me locally, I tried to call John Deere, and all they'll do is send me a text message. And he'll text me and say, yeah, we got one machine this price. Wouldn't even answer the phone and talk to me. You know what I mean? So Bobcat was horrible to deal with. Didn't want to deal with you unless you're buying a fully loaded, ready to go machine, and that ain't what I want. I ain't spending $150,000 on a flipping machine that is just moving dirt. I don't need the fancy angle blade and all that stuff. I've got a skid steer and a 6-way blade dozer. So I mean, everybody's ordering fully loaded machines, and it's like they ought to be ordering the base models and selling them. That's the way these machines have gone, just outrageous. I think this machine was 80,000 back when I bought the 60, and now I got quoted 120 for it. So that was a big jump. And then buying the cat for 80, that was a big difference. But cat was going to put their warranty on it still being used, so I was going to go with that, and that flopped. So Kubota. The Kubota sales rep here was really good. They're actually compete with my local one about an hour away, and that guy's been there a long time. But all they had was fully loaded Kubotas with the tilt blade and all that, and I think they were 130, 140 range. I think they're up to 150 now, fully loaded. Nobody has just your base digger with a quick attach with a straight blade. I don't know why nobody can order that. But so I called Sany up, and I think this machine was 125, something like that, base machine. They had two of them, and I told them straight up I wouldn't. If I'm going to spend that much money, I'm going to get a name brand when I'm not going to buy the Sany. So they wound up selling me this machine for $100,000 with great financing. So I was pretty blown away with that. It's hard to tell them no. So I just said send the machine. I didn't go look at it. So they sent me this one. I've got right at 100 hours on it now. And I've run, like I said in the last video, I've run the Yanmars hard, digging stumps. Will not own a Yanmar with a zero tail swing. It's just that there's no dig force with that at all. You're just flipping the machine up every time you pull. This machine's right on par with the Kubota on arm strength, but the bucket curl, because we've got a quick attach on it too, so that's changing your leverage, which the Kubota had their quick attach with the pin, manual. And the Kubota it just had horrible breakout force. You'd hardly break roots. This machine's breakout force is stronger. So in that aspect, this machine is doing better. Now I know dealers can go in and turn them up, and that was a rental machine. So, I mean, they're all pretty close now. Something I'll say after researching these really hard, because I got serious about buying this 80, is the Caterpillar and the Sany are the only ones I've seen in the market that have dual auxiliaries and high GPMs for the dual auxiliaries. If you're running a cutter or whatever, cat's definitely on top there. That's one reason I was going to go with them, because they've got if I ever put a cutter on here, which I don't plan on doing, is I mainly move dirt, but if I did, it's nice to have the option, and it helps resell. Anything high flow with dual augs is definitely going to help resell. I was quite impressed with Sany's they're right under them. I mean, they're right under them. That's why I say I honestly think Sany and Cat's working together on stuff to be that head of a game when you first come out with something. And I keep getting told this is an old Cat patent on these that expired, these older machines. So it is what it is. Like I said, the dual auxiliaries definitely helps resell. And you can see right now I have got my thumb plumbed to one. As you can see right there, we got the thumb plumbed on one, and the other one is open. So I've got as of right now, the only attachment I'm using is a log splitter. I can just throw it on there with a quick attach and still use the thumb to pick logs up. So it's pretty cool. Which this machine has the hydraulic quick attach, which works awesome. It's I think that's a Paladin. Is it Paladin? think it's a Paladin brand. I can't even remember. No, it's Work Brow. That's what it was. This has the Work Brow on it, Work Brow buckets. But absolutely tickled with this machine. Like I said, I run them, and this is, I don't know what it is. To me, this machine is more comfortable than sitting in the Kubota. The Kubota and the EM are both, you lean forward. I don't know why. And sitting in this thing is just like sitting in a Bobcat or a Cat. You kind of lay back, it's just comfortable. It's just a comfortable machine. I mean, they really did good with these machines. And the warranty, I got this machine, and I could tell right when I got it, the swing motor wasn't right. It had slop in the cab when you went side to side, and I run it for, I don't know, 10 hours. I put it straight and digging some big stumps, and it started popping, jumping a tooth in the gear. Something wasn't right with the brake system or something in there. Of course, I called Sany. They immediately sent a tech out the next day and diagnosed it and said the swing motor wasn't no good. So, and now this is the part of the story where I'm going to come back to when you talked. I had to change sales rep from that 60 I bought. That sales rep, they went through 3 or 4, and then they got a guy in that didn't even know anything about machines, and they're telling me I can't go through that dealer now. I got to go through one that opened up on the other side of the state, and they're 2 hours from me. So it was a young kid. You can tell 20 years old, late 20s, I don't know. He's a young kid. And here you go again. Like I said in the last video, get a sales rep. You want to feel comfortable and you don't know nothing about nothing, get one that's been there for 10, 20 years that's saying they're going to take care of you versus some kid that ain't been there a year. But I just, for the price and the warranty, I said I'm going to gamble it. So I buy it from this kid, and I'm talking to this kid when this thing's not acting right. And of course, we get lined up. I told them, come get the machine. It's a 2-hour drive. Y'all send it down here, tore up, y'all come get it. So they agree to come get it with a low boy, take it back and fix it. Tell me it's only going to take 3 days, which you and I both know that ain't going to happen. So they come get the machine. Well, a week goes by, I call, that boy's no longer there. He's been let go. And then the head sales tech that I've been talking to this whole time getting everything fixed, he's been let go. So that's the thing you're dealing with a lot of these dealerships. Now, I know our local Bobcat's been through 2 or 3 guys. So it's just, they're just flipping sales reps, and it's young guys coming in and ain't got a clue, and it's just, I don't know. It's hard to deal with being a business owner, and you deal with the public every day, and then you get people in just unprofessional and promise the world pretty much lie to you. But that part left a bad taste in my mouth. They wound up keeping the machine for a month, and finally they had a head person call me, and I told them, y'all either give me something to use. Luckily, I had planned to let this go in at Christmas time, so I wasn't super busy anyway, because I just knew this was going to be a couple-week ordeal. But that head guy got a hold of me and said they was either going to get this thing done or send a rental. They had some serious issues getting it out. They didn't know what they were doing, this new dealership apparently. But anyway, they got it. They wound up getting it fixed within a week, sent it back, and everything's right now. And I'll say this, after looking at the pump they put in, it does have an Eaton swing motor on it. I got in here and started really looking at it, because you see all the advertisements of Kawasaki hydraulics. You know, well, is it China or is it real? This does have a real Eaton stamp pump on it, or a swing motor. And I was looking around at some of the other hydraulics. You really get in there and look underneath them and find the tag, you can see this is all name brand stuff, just in a Chinese body. But other than that, man, that was one of them little deals. I mean, it is what it is. You're probably gonna experience that with any dealer. Looking back, I should have told them to give me a unit right off the bat to use, but it is what it is. We got through that, and that's what I say. It's all about your dealer. Brand don't matter. It's all about your dealer. And when you're dealing with someone young like that, I mean, that's just what you're going to get. And I knew it was coming, but like I said, they made it right in the end. Sent it back. It's working, so we've used it quite a bit now. Really enjoy the machine. Like I said, got a good price. These machines are going up, guys. They are going up. This Sany's about to go up, because I've seen some online. I don't know if they're overseas or what, and they put a lot more electronics in them, so you know you're going to pay for that. Kubota just went up, because I think the Kubota's price was $130, and it was old school like they've always been. Now the new ones got the touch screen in them and all that, and I think they're $150. Cats are up $200 for one of these now. I mean, everything's going up. Bobcat, I think Bobcat just redesigned theirs, and they didn't even put twin auxiliaries on it, and it's up there. You know, doing the angle blade and all this stuff. So the prices are just going through the roof, man. I said, yeah, I get this. Even though I've paid more than what I would have 3 or 4 years ago, I still think it's a good bang for your buck. You know, and I've said this on the other videos, even with the 60, and I'll say it again. Sany has laid these dang things out where you can work on them. I mean, you can get to everything on this. The counterweight, you look at the case and the link belts, it's a little bitty door. Even the cats, it's a little bitty door with a massive weight, and you can't get to nothing. And anybody who owns equipment knows there's going to be times you've got to get in there and tighten something up or do something, or even just your general maintenance or inspection or looking for something coming loose. You got to have the room, guys. You got to have the room. If I decide to keep this machine 10 years, it's out of warranty, and I got to fix something, it's nice to know I can get to something on it. I don't know why in the world manufacturers have to make that so hard to work on, and you can get to everything on this machine. It's just laid out so well, so well. I'm really impressed with the layout on them. And the counterweight and all that, even though it's not designed different, the thing's strong. I mean, it flat out lifts. I'm running a, what is that, the 48-inch grading bucket and the 36-inch, which is a big bucket compared to 60, and it's just flat out moving dirt. So very impressed with the machine. So anyway, that's the new machine. Like I said, went back to Sany. Very happy with them, even if it is a different dealer and all that. I mean, it's still the old machine. Like I said, sold it, no problems with warranty. It sold to another state. Everything was fine, transferred over. You know, you call them, they show up, and they still got it where they'll come within, what, 250 miles of the dealership for free if it's a warranty issue, which, you know, I've got my cat, and that lasted 6 months now. I paid $200-something every time I need to have them come to it on site or take it to them. So I mean, it's hard to beat the deal, guys, and the machines are holding up. They're doing a good job. Like I said, ice cold AC. The cabs are just comfortable on them. Just really impressed with the machine. Like I said, the way prices are going and the way they're putting technology in these, if you want one, you better get one. If you can find a good deal on a used one, jump on it and try to get the warranty. Like, they won't extend the warranty if it was an auction machine. So I've seen people online talking about that, and I don't blame them. You don't know what come out of an auction, so it is what it is. But and I think other companies, I think some of them do and some of them don't. But like I said, it's hard to beat the Sanys right now. They're good machines, a lot of bang for your buck, and they're holding up. And like I said, it is stout. It's one of the stoutest ones I've run. It's right up there with the Cat I demoed. I mean, it's probably stronger than the Cat I demoed, honestly, which you can't tell because people turn pumps up and down if they're rental machines and all that. So any of them can be turned up. The main thing is do what you're trying to do safely and not turn the machine over, break something. But that's it, guys. Got another Sany, so we'll put some more videos of it digging and all that later on. And like I said, if you're looking at one, I would jump on it because they're definitely going up in price.